This one. This one's from my daughter, 5 years ago on Father's Day. It says, "Dear Dad, what I want to say to you most of all today is that you are more than a father to me. You are my best friend in the whole world. Your loving daughter, Cindy." Help me put a lot back in. Yeah. Anyway, it went on and on, one sort after another. And it was a Wednesday night, not too long ago. I was in Dr. Jenner's office. I had just gotten off work. He was taking another sword off my shoulder, when all of a sudden he stopped, grabbed the back of my neck. That's what it was. He said it in a voice I'd never heard him say before. It wasn't reassuring. So he, just like all the rest of them, cut it off, put it in a tube, and sent it off to the pathologist. After he was done, I asked him what he thought it was. He said he thought it was melanoma, an even worse form of skin cancer than any of the previous ones. This time I knew that I had more than the Volkswagen of cancers. This time it was more like a Mack truck. He explained to me all the treatments, how I could live a longer, better life. I didn't catch much, but I caught enough to know that melanoma was something someone definitely could live without. I asked him how long he thought I had to live. He said 6 months. 6 months. But right after I got home from the hospital that day, I came straight back to the box. I remember I picked out one of my all-time favorite notes. This is it. This one is from my son, whenever he was 11 years old. I remember we'd gotten into this thing when he would call me Big Moose and I call him Little Moose. I think it all started because he saw me lifting weights down in the basement. Anyways, it says, "Dear Big Moose, I've noticed that your upper body strength is getting much bigger. I think you could kick King Kong's butt. Signed, Little Moose." It's a pretty big deal whenever your son thinks you can kick King Kong's butt. But a 48-year-old man with melanoma is in no condition to kick anybody's butt, let alone King Kong's. Whenever I did think about dying, I guess I didn't think about it much like everybody else does. But whenever I did, I knew that I didn't want to be cremated. I thought that cremation was the worst way to die, burning. But I changed my mind. I want them to take the good parts out of my body, give them to somebody else so that they can live their life to the very fullest. Burn the rest. I've asked to be buried in a cemetery not far from here, underneath a white birch tree. There will be a place for Ruth next to me. And I've also put it in writing that I want the box's ashes mixed with mine. That's all I ask.
Oh, we're going to a hooky-la, hooky, 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 hooky-la. Everybody loves the hooky-la, and everybody loves the hula dance. The dance I just did a few moves to is the hooky-la dance. In hooky-la, the entire village helps to pull in the fishnets. After the day is done, a luau is held. The dance is done in illustrations of swimming, pulling in the fishnets, and overall festivity. The actual origin of the hula dance is unclear. There is no proof as to who performed the first hula dance or why. However, legend says that the goddess of fire, Pele, commanded her younger sister, Laika, the goddess of love, to dance for her. When missionaries began to arrive in Hawaii in the 1820s, they brought Christianity with them. Queen Kamehameha became Christian and ordered all sacred temples to be destroyed. The Hawaiian rituals were then outlawed because the missionaries said they were suggestive and heathen. Hula dancing was then secretly taken underground so that the art was not lost. During this time, the dance became known as exotic and was performed for amusement. In 1874, King Kalakaua was crowned king. During his reign, the hula dance gained a reputation as the national symbol of Hawaii, as he had waltzes, classical music, and the hula dance performed at his royal celebrations. Hula dancing continues to evolve throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. Tourists from all over the world travel to Hawaii to experience this wonderful tradition. Hula dancing is very unique. It is unique in the movements of the hula dance, the instruments used, and the costumes the dancers wear. The word hula refers to gestures and movements of the body. It is a sacred ritual. It is danced to poetic texts called a mali. Movements of the body and hands are interpreted on the basis of text. Hand and arm gestures are added to rhythmic twisting and swirling to help tell a story. Each movement of the body has a particular meaning, but when hand and arm gestures are added, meanings have even greater significance. If a dancer cups their hands together at the center of their body, they are symbolizing a house. If they face their palms to the ground and move them up and down, they are imitating the waves of the sea. Good dancers demonstrate good posture and possess a feeling of harmony, balance, and control. These skills help add to the sacredness and dignity of the hula dance and help set it apart from other Polynesian dances. The movements depend on the type of hula being performed, and there are many different types of hula dances. The first is reserved solely for the king's coronation. Another type is performed by a dancer sitting on their haunches. A third type is fast and vigorous, with lots of stomping and twisting of the heels and slapping of the thighs, which is in contrast to another type where a dancer is stiff in their postures and their actions are not smooth and flowing. In the past, it was necessary to attend a hula school if you were to become a hula dancer. Rules, protocols, and codes of conduct that were enforced were very strict. One formal protocol was before entering the hula school, you would have to give a chant, asking permission to enter. The teacher, the kumu, would listen to your chant. If he thought you were sincere in your wish to enter, he would chant back, giving you the permission to enter. If not, you would have to keep chanting. Rules varied from school to school, but most pertained to personal cleanliness, not cutting the hair or nails, abstinence from sexual activity, and restrictions from certain foods. To graduate, students would have to stay in school for several days to make leis, pray, and be purified. Before graduation, to make sure that a student did not break any severe taboo, tests were made. Hawaiian folklorist Henry E. Keikahana wrote that one of the tests was to swim the length of the offshore channel, Kohola. In the middle of the seaward side of the shallowly submerged coral reef lurked a ferocious shark that would attack any violator of the taboo. If you were to travel to Hawaii today, you could view the remains of some of the old hula schools. On the slope between Makana Mountain and Kauai sits the remains of the altar of Laika and the old hula school. Charles Wickman Jr., a native and tour guide of the area, states that the hula schools down here are considered to be the Harvard, Stanford, or Yale, if you will, of all hula schools. If you were to travel to Hawaii today, there are many different hula schools today. There is even one as close as Shawnee, Kansas. Stories of the hula dance are not only told through dances and movements of the body, but they can also be told through musical instruments. One traditionally used musical instrument is the pahu drum. The pahu drum stands about 2 to 3 feet tall. It is made from the trunk of the coconut or breadfruit tree. The punihu drum may accompany the pahu drum. The punihu drum is made from half of a coconut shell with the skin of a cauliflower fish stretched over it. Other commonly used instruments are a feather-decorated gourd rattle, a split bamboo rattle, water-worn stone pebbles, or sticks. Today, the traditionally used instruments have been replaced by the guitar and the ukulele. Dancers wear costumes to perform their hula dances. Costumes consist of bright, beautiful colors. Dancers wear floral arrangements in their hair and lace around their neck and shoulders. Dancers may also wear grass skirts. Grass skirts are made of tapa, the cloth made from the bark of certain trees. Dancers may also wear anklets. Anklets are made of whalebone, dog teeth, or stones, and they dance without footwear. Typically, the materials used to make a lei were gathered in the forest after chanting to the forest god. Leis and grass skirts are considered to be sacred and are not to be worn after performances. Leis are typically left on altars as offerings. Hula has provided in the past what it continues to provide today, a source of entertainment, and most importantly, a way for Hawaiians and non-islanders to understand the myth ideology of the ancient Hawaiian culture. By understanding the movements of the hula dance, the instruments used, and the costumes worn, not only do Hawaiians get to dance and understand the secrets of hula dancing, but non-islanders can do the same. As King David Kulakua once said, hula is a language of the heart, and therefore the heartbeat of the Hawaiian people.
Children often choose bedtime for the most liveliest of fights. Night after night, in the darkness of the rooms, they become opponents in pajamas. In Childhood, by Dr. William Casby, Bill, who is 6 years older than his brother Russell, believes his maturity gives him certain rights he is forced to share with his younger brother.
But Russell, who is 6 years younger than Bill, doesn't see his youth as a handicap. Every night he is ready, willing, and able to fight for the control of the one small mattress the two are forced to share.
Childhood, by Dr. William Casby. This is my side of the bed, and I don't want you on it.
What do you mean your side of the bed? Ain't nobody on the side of the bed.
Well, I do, and this is it. And I want you or your body touching me or my body on my side of the bed.
Well, I'm telling you, I'll go left side, the right side, or any of the other sides if I want to.
Well, that's just fine, as long as you stay off my side. I don't want you touching anything, especially me.
How comes you don't want people touching you all of a sudden?
For a very good reason, because, you're not really my brother.
Well, I'm somebody's brother.
Well, that could be. You just don't happen to be mine.
How do you know? Did you look it up or something?
No, I know, because a policeman came and said, take care of this kid so he starts touching you.
I can tell you, your ratty old body anytime I want to.
You take that back.
Nope, it's all yours.
Well, fine. Then you can have this, and I got you last.
Well, I got you 2 times last. Ow!
No, Dad, that ain't us making that noise. But if I find who is, I'll tell them that they need to stop. You're gonna come down with the belt.